Welcome to Tita Talks. My name is Sonia Tita Popolo, and I'm your host. It is a great privilege and pleasure to welcome Donna D'Cruz. Donna was born in India, raised in Australia, and now lives in New York City. She is the founder of Rasa Music, a woman-owned record company that has released world music and has produced the music of Deepak Chopra, among other recordings for meditation. She has traveled the world as a celebrity DJ and continues to teach people with her profound musical meditation experiences as she combines her love and passion for music with awakening of consciousness. Donna presents her daily Dip Into Bliss live Instagram meditation Monday through Friday, 9 to 9:15 in New York time, and incorporates her incredible music from Sleep BEDITATIONS, a sleep solution that includes sounds from a mixture of ancient wisdoms, modern music, and vibrational healing techniques. Today we are talking about the healing power of music, a self-care tool for you. Welcome to Tita Talks, Donna.
Thank you. It's such a pleasure, a real pleasure to be with you and all of you today.
We are delighted that you've joined us on Tita Talks. Thank you. What did you do to care for yourself and your family at home in New York City during this COVID-19 pandemic? And how has COVID-19 affected your work and creative process, Donna?
You know, Tita, it's interesting. Nobody's exempt from being affected by this crisis. And I've decided that it's called not a lockdown, but a look in.
Absolutely.
So that's the first sort of revelation that I had, that, wow, this could be such a struggle for myself, for my family, for the world around me. But we can see it as probably how we need to, and that is as the most incredible opportunity to take pain and suffering and turn it into your wisdom. And that's kind of how I face most things. And I'm pretty good under crisis and under stress. And I think, you know, that's because I live in a very, I live in New York City, but my world is full of activity, sort of hyperactivity. So meditation has sort of been that touchstone in my life, where it has been very much the jewel of allowing me to have sanctuary, comfort, peace, groundedness.
Donna, please tell us about Dip Into Bliss and Sleep BEDITATIONS.
Well, Dip Into Bliss is, I've lived a life in music, so music's my first love. And I have, a music label, a lifestyle brand, Rasa Music, and then Rasa Living. And I've been DJing for many years. And when I was DJing a party out in a wonderful place out in the Hamptons, and it was a great event, and it turned out it was for an organization called Phoenix House, which is America's oldest drug and rehab facility. Absolutely. I very simply asked them, what do you do that's around conscious eating and conscious living and meditation? And I was told, well, that's not really something we know too much about. We'd love to learn more. And so I came on board at Phoenix House and stayed there for 8-9 years. And now for the last year and a half or so, going into 2 years, I've been at a wonderful place that's aligned as well in the recovery space called Education Alliance. And when I first came into the recovery place to serve, my world had been in TM, working with Deepak Chopra, doing different types of meditation. Right. And when I sat with people in the recovery space, it was very raw, and I was faced with like, gosh, what do I do here? You know, when you ask the divine, she always provides. And I had many conversations with her, and I kept saying, what should I do here? Like, how do I show up? How do I do this? And she gave me a very clear message, and it was, do what you love. And I was like, do what I love? Well, I love music. And very simply put on my headset and went into, like, the music found me, I would have to say. It came through me. I started finding that world and cultural music and music that could really kind of change people's inner physiology, change people's, even potentially psychology. But really the first step was to let them breathe, to let them have spaciousness, not so that we could fill it, but so they could actually understand what it is to breathe comfortably, what it is to create not that sort of inner clutter, but to actually declutter. So the Dip into Bliss meditation is called that because it was created out of working in the recovery space. And very soon after I got there, they had some media people come who wanted to cover what was this DJ and this person doing in the recovery space and how does that work? And of course, the media people asked, what's the name of the technique? And I said, well, it's not really a technique or a teaching method. It's really an experience. And it's called a Dip into Bliss. Because, you know, as a child of India, it's very, I don't know if you've ever been, but for those that are listening, when you go to India, one of the most loveliest of experiences when you go to the Mother Ganga, which is what we call the Ganges River. We consider her a her. She's got incredible energy, super pristine, amazing vibration. And devout Hindus believe that at certain times of the year, at certain times of their life, that when they go into the Ganga, to the Mother Ganga, and they bathe, it's called a dip. When you dip into it, you renunciate your past life's karma.
Wow.
And so my Indian friends, when I was there with them for a Kumbh Mela, they kept saying to me, Donna G, have you dipped? Have you dipped? And I was like, what's this dipping thing? It's like, is it a dance? What's happening? And so it stayed with me. And I thought, what a beautiful way. It was such an innocent, sweet way to invite me to do something that was so auspicious. And so, you know, the Dip into Bliss is also a metaphor for me as to show somebody that, you know, if we look at this is our consciousness. We exist at about 8 to 10% where we think this is all real. The real us is in silence. It's in stillness. And the real us lives in that ocean of bliss. We know what love is: peace, compassion, kindness, tolerance, all the things we need to exercise now. So that's what the Dip into Bliss essentially is. It is that, and it's got sound in it. You know, I really just married the ability to help somebody transcend noise and clutter.
Yes.
But also to help them, you know, reconcile, to reconvene with self. It's really been a very interesting, beautiful journey to create something that is having, my intention is to have 10 million people sleep with me, because that would mean that we're starting to, you know, we're starting to move people away from, you know, some of the things that they're doing that are not so positive, and tuning into natural circadian rhythms, tuning into the frequency of self, tuning into their own ability to self-regulate.
Our philosophy is that true self-care relies on utilizing all 4 pillars of a healthy lifestyle: exercise, nutrition, rest, healing, and mindfulness meditation. And this is our formula for health, happiness, and longevity. When these 4 pillars are in alignment, we achieve harmony and equilibrium. What is your daily wellness routine, and what self-care tools do you use on a daily basis, Donna?
I love that, harmony and equilibrium, you know, and it's really interesting when you start, you know, understanding harmony, because that's harmony with self, isn't it? To understand, regardless of your family story and the story you tell yourself, you've got a story to write for yourself. And you get into harmony when you start listening with the heart, listening with all of your being to what you've been called to do. Equilibrium, the same. So you keep it in that place of balance. So, you know, meditation, I would put the top of my list is meditation, for sure, without a doubt. And spending time doing what you love every day. I do 2 things every day that are probably a little uncommon, but the first one is that I do the thing that I find the hardest to do, right? I write it down and I do the thing, and that might be that yucky conversation that you need to have, or that thing that you go, kind of, you know, laundry. It could be as simple as laundry or decluttering something, but, you know, making the time to tackle and have the courage to tackle the thing that you just find like repugnant to you. That's one, you know, and doing what you love. So I make sure that every day I listen to music, and every day I, you know, I'm immersed in consciousness. That is my that's my life. I make sure that I ritualize my life. The moment I get up, I bathe a certain way. My family's from Kerala. My daddy's family is born in Kerala in South India.
Yes.
And, Kerala is the home of Ayurveda, Ayus, the science of whole living, right?
I love that. I follow that lifestyle. Yep.
Yes. Well, it shows because you're so beautiful and your vibration is so clear, and when you self-care and self-inquire, and self-love, self-regulation, which means that you start tuning into, gosh, that food could be as simple as, gosh, that food I ate, that thing I drank, that person I'm with, I'm not feeling like that was in accordance to my highest bidding, my highest calling. Tuning in your own deep listening to that.
And what is the healing power of music to you?
Everything. Music is everything. Because music we can be in different continents, we can speak different languages, but I can play you some music.
Yes.
And regardless of what language we speak to one another, known or unknown, you'll feel something, like going back to that word resonance. And music has the ability to go beyond the intellect. Music it's such a primordial part of our existence. We have danced forever. We've sung songs to each other forever. Mothers will always sing to their babies. Babies will always have their first sound be within the mother's womb, and that vibration and the sweetness of that. And they say that sound is the first and the last.
Yes, I'm fascinated.
The first and the last. Yeah. So sound, when we made our sleep meditation project, I specifically used that. So without going into a full ethnomusicologist, session, sound, there are certain frequencies, and there's a frequency called solfeggio, and think of it as sort of it's a 6-tone sort of calibration, but it was used in ancient times, some say even biblical times, but certainly, if you've ever heard, for instance, opera or Gregorian chants specifically,
yes, of course,
have been written in a certain codex, right? So we applied some of those frequencies to the work that we've done in the sleep meditations. And I chose a frequency at 528 hertz, because it's a frequency that we think, we don't know, but we think there's some science. We're still a bit of a stuttering science around the space of music and healing, but we think that 528 hertz can help with having more heartfelt, open conversations, and that it may also help repair DNA, which is an incredible possibility. And so, the frequencies, can go from low to very high frequencies. But I chose that one specifically because it's one that I find to be really needed within the heart space, so that we can, decompress, that we can down-regulate on the hypervigilance and up-regulate on the happiness factor and the community factor and the love and compassion and grace and these things that are, elevated.
And is there any music or meditation that you would like to share with us today? Can we do something?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, but let's go with the theme that we went with, which is Joseph Campbell's idea of the cave, the cave that you fear most has your greatest treasure. So keep your eyes softly closed and take a long, slow, deep breath in through the nose and exhale. And for the next few moments, let's acknowledge our gratitude for Tita and the work that we've heard today and experienced today. And let's acknowledge and be grateful for our journey. in self-remembering, self-love, and embracing our light. And for the next few moments, we'll just watch our breath. If you'd like to, with your next inhale, silently say the word let. And with your next exhale, silently say the word go. So you're inhaling let, exhaling go. Inhaling let, exhaling go. And just stay with your breath. No effort, just you and your sacred breath. And keeping your eyes softly closed, just notice your breath and notice the part of you that's doing the noticing. One of the great Christian mystics said that when we pray, we talk to the divine. And when we meditate, we listen. So as you go into your day and along your way, until we sit together again, take this peace, this dip into bliss. Take this with you. And come and visit with it anytime. This peace is your right. And very gently put your palms together. Let your thumbs rest on your sternum. And let us be grateful in this ancient gesture of gratitude for our time together, for our Sangha, for our community, and for our togetherness. Take a long, slow, deep breath in through the nose and exhale. I wish each of you namaste. The spirit and divine in me honors the divine in you.
Namaste, Donna. Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful, Tita.
So
You're
beautiful.
welcome.
So, again,
Yes,
thank you
yes.
so much, Donna, for joining us on Tita Talks and talking about the healing power of music, a self-care tool for you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.